Hello guys, it's Pat from Pat back at it again, and today another deck that has been nerfed from the banlist. Actually, in this case, as you may have seen from the thumbnail, it's not a deck that has been, we can say that has no more his skills as Thunder Dragons, but actually a deck that has been in his cards, because we have cybernetic fusion support among the card limited to 2. So I'm talking about, of course, Cyber Dragons. I'm here with Zane Truesdale, but before jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoyed the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it and really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So here with Zane, and of course I'm using Cyber Style, so actually the only skill that makes Cyber Dragons playable. And boom, that's how you do it. So the big boy is joining Cyber Dragons. How? Thanks to the little Sphere Kuriboh. I'm actually using Sphere Kuriboh everywhere. I hope you guys like it, because I don't know, feel like I'm falling in love with Sphere Kuriboh basically. So with Sphere Kuriboh, we have that dark monster to banish, to have our Chaos Dragon Levianeer's effect, because as you know, Cyber Dragon monsters in general are all light attribute monsters, so we just need a dark type. Now, as you can see right here, we play no Cybernetic Overflow. Why? Because basically Cybernetic Overflow was the perfect card for our turn 1. I mean, you need Cybernetic Overflow to prevent your opponent from completing his combo, and basically because you want to survive. That's fine. And of course there are some cases where that non-targeting destruction was fundamental to get rid of your opponent's cards, such as Saber Dancer. But now we do not need that anymore. We do not need the targeting destruction, and you know why? Because now we play Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Chaos Dragon Levianeer will be replacing the Cybernetic Overflow on the other side, so we can play Cybernetic Fusion supported too, and still have the chance, pretty much the same because we just lost one Cybernetic Fusion support, that chance to OTK our opponent. Of course, the 3 into the void helps doing the job, thanks to the fact that they're basically a 3+1. I know that into the void basically it's not a good combination with Sphere Kuriboh, because of course if you use your into the void and you draw into your Kuriboh, you know you've just lost a card basically. But that's why to play this deck you have to be really careful, and you have to predict when it's the right moment to use your Into the Void. As you will see from the replays, even if I have Into the Void on my first turn, I do not always use it, because I feel like if I have a Sphere Kuriboh, I'm safe and I can wait for the next turn to draw that extra cards. Then of course we have a couple of Fusion Gate. Maybe you can even play 3 if you have it. Unfortunately I only have 2. Triple Cyberlord Fusion is mandatory. Triple Core of course is mandatory. Just 1 Fire and 1 Cyber Dragons. But I definitely feel like if you have a 3rd Fusion Gate, you can just get rid of your Cyber Dragon Fire and play the 3rd Fusion Gate. So this is my build. For the extra deck, of course, a couple of Chimetic Rampage Dragon, a couple of Over Dragon, 1 End Dragon, 1 Cyber Twin Dragon, and 1 Psychroid that I have to admit, because the deck has been a little nerfed, you do not have a lot of chances to go into it, but you know, it can be useful definitely. So guys, this deck is a lot of fun because no one is going to expect Levianeer in a Cyber Dragon deck, and also because when the combo actually happens and you need your Levianeer, it's really satisfying. So guys, that was all. So stay tuned for the replays, because you're gonna see really good ones. Let's jump right into them. Here we go, my boys. First replay against Yuma and Astra. Let's see what we got. Turn 1, I did nothing, guys. I had my Kuriboh and I had to hope it was enough. I actually could have done something more. I could have gone with the Cybernetic Fusion support, Fusion Gate and all the stuff. But you know, I felt like it was, you know, Onomat, and usually Onomats have a couple of monsters to OTK you, so one sphere Kribo should be enough, and that's how I decided to play it. Onomato play, actually, your opponent will not be able to use this skill as this right now after the skill rebalancing. So Dododo draw, a couple of draw, then Gaga Sister, he has all his need, of course, thanks to the skill. Zubaba Bancho Gagaga Quad, there you go, retrieving the glove. Sister to go into a Photon Strike Bouncer, there you go, and then Glove to recycle the Sister, but maybe he just forgot he can only use the effect of Sister once per turn. He decided, of course, not to attack because he didn't want to trigger my Cyber Style, but I don't care, I already have all I need. Cybernetic Fusion support, Cyber Style, into our first fusion, it's Cyber Twin Dragon. Kicking in, of course, I could have done something different, but if I had gone into my Kinetic Rampage Dragon, it could have negated my effect because there was a Photon Strike Bouncer. That's why I went directly into a Cyber Twin Dragon. Then battle phase, Cyber Fusion to summon our Rampage Dragon and clear the whole field. So it turns out he has a Zubaba Bancho Gagakot again, then another Dododo draw to keep drawing. Gagaga Tag, actually I don't know if he bricked or what, but he decided, he stopped right there and then attacked my Chimeric Rampage Dragon. Mike Ribbo says no thank you, and now look at the play. He actually surrendered, but the play would have been so good because now with Chimeric Rampage Dragon, I could have sent a couple of light monsters from my deck to the grave, and I would have had a couple of light and my Sphere Kribo that is dark, so I could have gone into my Levianeer, getting rid of those, and then I had 2 monsters and 5 attack. Insane, really insane, my boys. Moving on, our win streak have 2. Let's see what we got. Esparoba. So what we have here, a couple of Into the Void. So because I had my Sphere Kribo, I felt safe. So I could have gone into, you know, Into the Void, but then I would have had no Sphere Kribo defense right there. So that's how, that's what I meant when I said that you have to be careful and think of what your opponent is going to play. And it turns out it didn't play anything, so that's kinda weird. And now on turn 3 I cannot wait anymore, so there you go. Cyber Dragon Core, adding the Cybernetic Fusion support, then Fusion Gate, and then using that. So I'm just, of course, as you can see, I'm holding on my Into the Void because I wanted to keep my Sphere Kuribo in hand just in case, you know, guys, he has some defense in hand, because I expect him to have something, and in fact he has a Balance Boxer Veil. But would it be enough, because these guys are attacking 3 times per each? And yes, it will be enough because he also has a Kydroid. So there you go. I kicked in again, but it was not enough because he has he had 5,000 life points, a Kydroid, and a Balance Boxer Veil. There you go. He had an Onslaught of the Fire King. So this is a Fire King deck, pretty nice. He swinged in, and I said no thank you to the Sphere Kuribo. Why did I do that? Because I hoped actually to draw into my Levianeer, and just in case, I only have 10 cards in my deck, so that was not such, you know, just a hope. It could have actually been a chance, and because of the fact that I had 2 cards to draw thanks to my Into the Void, I had to, you know, have a Dark Monster in my graveyard. Maybe it was not even needed because my Chimeric Rampage Dragon are going to go into the graveyard anyway with the effect of Garunix, so maybe it was even not needed, but it is what it is. There you go, Garunix that is coming back, and I didn't even need to use my Into the Void. I already got my Levianeer. I was so lucky. It got rid of everything, so Into the Void to use before anything, because guys, keep in mind, you can use your Into the Void only if you have 3 or more cards in your hand. So definitely keep in mind that. That's really important. Another Levianeer is has been drawn, so it's really so easy. First Levianeer, getting rid of both the cards, so using the treasures actually was needed, but I don't know, because this thing couldn't attack anyway, so there was no point. So treasures is fine, and because of that, actually maybe it was a good point, because I had to pop my own fusion gate, but it's fine. I have another Levianeer that is ready. I attacked into it, but I could have also summoned my Chimetic of a Dragon, because I had a Saberlord fusion and a bunch of banished monsters, actually more than 5, so that was really good and clear. There you go, against Kite Tenjo. Let's see what he's got. Nothing. So right here, as you can see, in this duel, you can see how Into the Void does the job. So double Into the Void, and I draw the cards that I need, a Fusion Gate and the Cyber Dragon Core. So that's how Into the Void helps that consistency kicking in. That's how you do it. So I know what if he has something actually. Chimetic Rampage Dragon to do his stuff. Another summon with the Fusion Gate. Cyber Dragon is here, and I still have my Cyberlord Fusion ready to use. Let's see. Now he has got nothing actually. I won really easily, so this one was actually only to show you how Into the Void can make the difference so easily. Last but not least, my boy against Antinome. Let's see what he's got. Flight Control turn 1. So let's see what he's got here. So Dark Genius Cyber Magician is having the Spice. Then there you go, Cyber Magician with the Synchro Summon with the monster in his hand. First turn, Dark Genius Star Guardian, and actually retrieving the Cyber Magician from the grave. Another summon, so he's ready now to have his Black Rose Dragon on the field. We have to be careful about that. I decided, just to wait. I wanted him to waste his resources. I have my Kuribo, I feel safe. So Dark Genius is not one of those decks that summons a lot of high attack monsters. He decided to go just in with those, and I'm chilling, it's fine. Maybe I should have used my Kuribo just to have a dark monster in the grave, maybe. Let's see what we got. We got the perfect Piku core, as you can see right here, and he floodgated it. It's actually not that much of a deal, because we still get the effect. Then Cybernetic Fusion support using the skill and the Fusion Gate. There you go. We can now Fusion Summon into our first Chimetic Rampage Dragon. There you go, sending those to the grave, and then again Fusion Gate to summon the Cyber and Dragon. And now we got plenty of stuff. Now what I did right here to make him doing his stuff. I actually wanted to go into the battle phase. So when I clicked that I wanted to go into battle phase, the question actually shows up in his game and tells him if he wanted to use the effect before the end of the main phase. That's when he actually had to use the effect. So he used the effect in the main phase, because keep in mind he can only use the effect of Dark Genius Star Guardian in the main phase, so he had to do that. He uses the Quadrant Junkers effect, but it's fine, it's totally fine, because we are with Cyberlord Fusion, and so we are chilling basically. There you go, making all of them coming back to the deck for a Chimera deck over Dragons. Summon 5600 attack, getting rid of Aquarian Dragon, and there's no banished monster, so he cannot do anything, as you can see right here, and that's how you do it, my boys. So Sphere Kuribo gives you that, that's calm to think about your plays and you ponderate your choices. So that was all, guys. I hope you enjoyed all the explanation. Of course, feel free to ask me whatever you want in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.